Hi everyone and welcome in the 5th Quip Quest episode. Today Chuck will paint the story of the legacy of the man Bob Ross. And then we will have the FlashRound. And next we will talk about my topic, the new Fable game and its 1000 NPCs. So let's dive into it in Quip Quest.
Wow, we've made it to episode 5 of Quip Quest.
That's amazing. Hello everybody.
I think it is amazing myself. Don't forget, we are on X at Quip Quest Pod. Please visit us. Leave a comment. Drive me nuts. Do what you want.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Do what you wish. Do what you wish.
This last part's the most, like, driving nuts.
Yeah.
Chuck is
Thank you very
the
much.
most important in this appeal.
That's amazing. Thank you very much. I appreciate your kindness towards my mental health and instability. Okay, let's get into the episode.
The appeal and legacy of Bob Ross is next.
So when I was in school, I'd run home every day, and from school it was about 25 minutes. And I'd be stressed out from school because I didn't like school too much, right? I mean, I guess it's obvious. Look at you. Anyway, I hated it even, right? Every day I would come back to watch The Joy of Painting with Bob Ross. I know you're probably thinking, what? No, it was, I was looking forward to it so much that it encouraged me to be peaceful and calm after school, which was nuts. So it aired in the 80s and the 90s. I just timelined myself. The show was better than any mental health relaxation technique you could have, anything the big pharma could conjure up, right? It was the epitome of relaxation. And so let's now have some happy little accidents together on Quip Quest. So, about the joy of painting. I discovered the joy of painting one day by accident. I came home from school and I was flipping the channels because we had basic cable at the time, which meant you had like 12, 13 channels, right? Nothing much. And there was a public station, public TV, and it had this crappy, it had like a very low quality signal. It was like, there was a little bit of messed up there. And I think that at the first point that I noticed it, it wasn't as a cable channel, but it was over the air. So it means like the antenna or whatever was picking it up, right? So maybe that's why it was such bad quality. So I sat there and it was like dun 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 dun, dun, and you would see him doing his painting stuff, and they would go into the intro, and he had this calm demeanor. He had this big afro, nice man, and everything he said was calm and peaceful, right? And it was every episode was simple and perfect. There was absolutely zero negativity. Even if he would mess up or find himself stressed, he would just be like, that's how we do it here. We just have happy little accidents. And it was so calm and peaceful. And it was so cathartic to me because it was completely opposite of the ridiculousness I was experiencing 8 hours just previously in school, right? Those whole 8 hours were just terrible for me. And he had a bunch of funny sayings like happy accidents. Beat the devil out of it was one of my favorites when he'd take the paintbrush and hit it on the paint the display thing. I can't remember what it's called, aisle. And he'd go and he'd say, let's beat the devil out of it. And it was like so simple. And as a young man, or as an idiot or a bum or whatever hooligan or whatever you want to call me at that time, it was completely opposite of the culture and the situation I was living in. I grew up poor. Here's a little backstory real quick. I grew up, my father was older, my mother was older. And basically, there was a moment where my father got sick. He lost his job like 3 months before. He had 30 years of employment. And it was pretty damn ugly because he didn't get a pension because of it. He had to fight for it, all this crap. It was just terrible. And we were poor for a while. And this was just when things started changing for us. He got involved with the political stuff and all that, but that's not a Quick Quest isn't about politics. And anyway, so basically, it was the easiest thing for me to have that was simple in life. Bob died at the age of 52 in 1995 from lymphoma. I have it noted here. I wanted to make sure I was correct. And I was very surprised that such a young man at the time, remember, I was a young man, could, feel emotion for somebody I did not know personally. But I felt like I grew personally attached to this guy over these years because this went on for many years. I was in grade school all the way, to end of high school. It was crazy. And, he never sold his original paintings. He donated them to charity. They said he did over 30,000 paintings over the course of his lifetime. There's about 1,000 to 2,000 that are still in circulation that they believe they know where they're at. They sell for tremendous amounts of money right now. And I personally, if I had a nicer place I was living in, I guarantee you I would have a Bob Ross painting in every room because I idolized this guy and I found him to be the epitome of awesomeness. Really, I know it sounds ridiculous, and I always say, if we have more Bob Rosses in society, we'd have probably a lot less problems right now that we do because of all the cultural issues and all the societal stuff. Not on Quip Quest. Anyway, he's vastly popular on YouTube, over 30 million views for his one channel. And he's on Twitch. He's one of the most popular streamers right now. And remember, he's been deceased for 31 years. So it shows you the everlasting memory that Bob Ross has left. And honestly, I encourage all of you to go on and find a episode of Joy of Painting with Bob Ross, particularly if you are stressed or something is wrong. It will release that tension very quickly.
All right. From my point of view, I am too young to remember the show from TV, but I know that pretty well from internet culture. I think this is from what you said, Jack, and that was pretty cool to listen to it because I can learn more about this show. I think this is some break of millennium's phenomenon that this early TV in every country, like I know in the US TV has a huge history comparing into the Europe from where I'm from and from Eastern Europe even more, but still this TV on the stick of two millenniums is very different than TV or entertainment businesses we know from these days. Like it was Colmer and this kinds of show like the Joy of Painting could appear there. Right now I think if somebody come to big televisions and said, oh, I want to make the program and I would paint something on the canvas and I will talk to the people, nobody would give a fuck about this kind of idea. Like in the non-producer will said, oh, this is a great idea, let's go with it. Because today the entertainment needs to be fast, needs to be aggressive, needs to attack you with the dopamine shots right now. And TikTok even make it this problem more huge than before. And the Joy of Painting will always be known because of its countless memes and parodies in internet. Even in my country, Poland, some creators made the videos inspired by this timeless show, and lots of people don't know even from what they are referring to in these parodies, because this is right now this lived a little bit like these old memes. I don't know you remember this guy from the meme Wait a Minute. This is some video from also 90s, and right now it's living by itself. Like I also maybe I will put it even here this short video. Like this guy come to some YouTube show, and the people try to guess from what meme he is.
Oh,
I'm trying to figure out who you are.
Good luck.
So you went viral.
Sure did.
On the internet.
Big time.
Do we also know your face, or was...
Oh, you definitely know my face.
How old were you?
When I played in the video?
Yeah.
I was 8.
What?
So the meme came out in 2016, but the video was shot in 1989.
Oh!
Wow, crazy.
So I didn't look like this.
It's like the kazoo guy, for example. No. No. And you are.
Oh my God, are you the kazoo guy?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Wait a minute, who are you?
Oh my God.
you.
Yeah, I love you.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
And
pretty
that was
Okay.
curious. This guy is now 40 years old, yeah, but everybody knows him from the meme. Wait a minute, who are you? Like the kazoo guy, yeah.
Oh, the
And-
kazoo guy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and this is it. And from what you said right now, I even want to try it out, like see see some episode of this show because it seems to be super calm, super opposite to
It's-
the.
It relieves every bit of everything. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, this is opposite to the present entertainment, which is full of fast dopamine shot shit.
Jesus. Okay. Okay. Let me wrap that up real quick before we start swearing constantly. Here's the deal. They do have I wanted to add this. I forgot to add it in my beginning part there. They do have a current version of Joy of Painting. I know I've seen it. It doesn't have the same vibe. It's kind of a I don't want to say it's a typical remake, but I believe it is his son, and it's not it's not the same. And for that reason alone, I would suggest watch the Legacy episodes. And you got to remember, it's not in HD, so the colors aren't so vibrant. So if you're watching it on your 63 trillion K TV, I would advise you to not be getting mad at, wow, look at that blue. It looks blue. You know, you know what I mean.
You
So-
all know that Chuck loves remakes. Like you can ask him always about Roadhouse on Quip Quest Pod on X.
You know what? let me zoom in on my eye again. Anyway, so I want to add this that on week 2 of the Happy Serendipity podcast, a milestone was achieved. The episode was about the El Downside series by Lawrence Donners. And the day after the episode, the author himself noticed the episode on Spotify, and he actually put a link to it on his website as a very fun to listen to episode. This was incredible. We are very thankful to Happy Serendipity Podcast for this. And next episode is about the influence of Korean entertainment. I saw the preview of it. It's amazing. And I suggest you go to Spotify. Episode 3 will be out on Thursday. Search for the Happy Serendipity Podcast. Listen to it. You may enjoy it.
All right.
Now, time for the Flash Round.
The Flash is up next.
Wojtek, you're up next.
Okay. Yeah, I am first today. So, finally, I can tell all of you that I have finished the production phase of my last game dev project. And this is Gnome versus Dwarfs. The game, Gnomes protecting their homeland from aggressive and dumb dwarfs. The game is tower defense. Right now there is some things to repair in it, but it should be fully playable. I have shown the Chuck some alpha version of this game, and what do you think about it? Do we can promote it here in FlashRound? I put it in FlashRound, not the promotion phase, because it is so damn topic. The Gnomes versus Dwarfs, like I love it.
You know, I got to be honest. I actually was kind of impressed when I saw this little bit of alpha version. It was actually quite well made. I want to make a note, he made a coffee game too that's pretty fun to play. You could even play it on your phone browser. You should link it. And yeah, it was pretty interesting. Keep going.
Yeah, but Gnomes versus Dwarfs, I want to add into it some plot also, but I don't know, I would have a time. Right now it's the fully tower defense prepared game. But yeah, I think FlashRound, Chuck didn't know that I finished it, so this is
no
why
clue,
I put it
no
into
clue.
FlashRound. And this is the game about killing dwarfs. The funny thing for people who are a little bit more into games is that I connect the tower defense, basic tower defense mechanics with building card deck, which are boosting your towers. So you are not only planning to build your towers properly, but you can also find out the ways to boost them with proper cards. Like right now there are only 6 of this card, but maybe if I would have time and no other projects, I could add more of them. Right now it's pretty good, pretty fun demonstrative version of this game. So if you enjoy it, I will link my itch.io in the description. You can find it out. And right now, this is probably your time track for the FlashRound. Let's hit me with some ridiculous piece of shit.
Get ready. This one is going to be quite rough, and I'm worried that I may cross the line with language. So parental discretion is advised. This segment is rated NC-17. I'm kidding. Or not. We'll find out. Well, did you see the freak fight between Adam22 and Jason Love that was promoted by Aiden Ross's Brand Risk Promotions on Friday? This was the biggest cuck loser fight I've ever seen in my life. And these two bums, they had 2 weeks to prepare. I mean, really 2 weeks for a boxing match. And Adam22, who is the host of the Plug cast with his beautiful wife Lena the Plug, who is beautiful, by the way. He is not. He's an idiot. And and a cuck and a loser. Let's add that. And this stupid bastard, he got into this situation because Aiden Ross is on Kick, and he is like a big deal. He's Diana Ross's child or something, maybe whatever. And this dope, this Adam22, he gets in the ring. He looks about as much shape as my asshole does. And he gets there, and he's just dancing around for 78 seconds, didn't land one punch. This other bum, this Jason Love, who has a nice physique, let's say that. But really, this was not only a freak fight, this was like a shit show too. It was absolutely atrocious. But the numbers they did on this was sick. The amount of perversity that the people have towards this is disgusting. And I'm not talking about the morality issue that some guy's letting his wife sleep with another guy and she's having sex with all the other guys. I don't care about that. That's not my problem. Okay. Lena is beautiful, and she's the type of woman that you would probably like to interact with. Okay. So I understand the fantasy stuff there. Okay. Whatever. But the fact is that this guy openly talks about how big of a cuck he is. He is a loser. And now he said, and I quote, he said, "Thanks to this, my family has made millions of dollars." Not the fight, but because his wife is sleeping with other men. And this is ridiculous. And then there was a video afterwards, the next day, after he got his clock cleaned. Yeah, right. And he was sitting there on the couch with a cardboard cutout of Jason Love, and they were both kissing him on the face. What happened to manhood? What happened to being a man? Well, what's going on here, dude? What's your opinion?
Manhood dies with OnlyFans born, like this is. But really, this is how common it starts to be that these men who are in the relationships with the OnlyFans stars, and they are telling, "Oh, it's even good. It's even making me feeling good that my woman is selling herself and chatting with some people, and they are jerking off to her." Like, I don't know. For me, this is so stupid. If I know that somebody is jerking off to my fiance, I would beat this guy up. Like, if somebody is doing it openly, and this is not something which any man should say. This is good and funny for me. Like, it's making me even horny that some guys are jerking off to my girl. And talking about the freak fight shit, like you said here, I really hate freak fight in boxing. They have never been good. I have never seen good freak fight in boxing. Boxing is really, really difficult discipline. To make it seems good, you need to be in great shape, have great endurance, and be ready to long fight. in my country, all of the freak fights are right now do in MMA or kickboxing, and they are looking better because like it's easier to fight in MMA without experience than fighting in boxing without experience. But yeah, fights in boxing, which are freak fights, I know box is in very very bad place right now. I know that they are trying to do anything to make people once again watch this discipline, but freak fights are killing this sport. This sport was great, like when there was fight, when the guys like Mike Tyson were fighting or Muhammad Ali. These guys make great shows. Even I wasn't there because I was too young, but now when I am watching some of their fights from some VOD stuff, that was a show. That was the pure beauty of this discipline. And right now, when we have these Paul brothers, all of this Aiden Ross, like you said, I don't know what to think about this guy. This guy is so weird for me. Like some streams with actors playing some dictators, the big promotion with cross promotion with Andrew Tate, like lots of weird decisions and weird content from this guy, and I don't know what to think about it. Even that they are choosing this kind of person to promote boxing.
To wrap this up, I would say that, it's a money game right now, right? And I don't mean that it's a money game as in it's good money, it's dirty money. It's to make as much as fast as possible, right? And in the end of this whole thing, he had 6 fights on this card, and they were mostly influencers and studabubbas and just people you wouldn't want to watch fight. But the perversity drew. So in the end, I'll just say this: it is what it is, and let's move on to your topic because I've been disgusted since Friday over this, so I'm tired of
But
talking about it already.
one last thing from me to wrap up. I think the boxing promoters production, they are totally right that they want to squeeze this orange to the end of its juice, like this discipline, but they don't understand that they are squeezing it so much that next 5 years it could be even last years of boxing as a big sport, because they will squeeze it too much, and after a while it would be like, okay, we see every single freak in this discipline, like there is nothing else to watch, and they are next to it, they are killing the sport part of it, and without the sport, without this freaky show, the box would be empty. And this is it, like they are killing the sport.
Okay, time for your topic, my man.
Yeah, now we are going to the main topic of my main topic. The Fable is coming back. Last week, the Playground Games had a 20-minute gameplay overview of the new Fable game on the IGN channel. We saw some graphics and heard lots of promises from devs. The biggest one was a statement about 1,000 pre-made NPCs in the game and the possibility to affect all their lives by player choices. Playground Games promises that it would be possible to make NPCs homeless, player could buy their houses and fuck or marry each one of them. What do we think about this? Is it even possible to do that? Let's dive into it now on Quip Quest. And yeah, right now we can go a little bit longer about the topic, like always. I think this decision to make Fable like that, of course, it is a little bit with connection to the previous games by never dying Peter Molyneux, the biggest liar in the industry. That the Fable was always a little bit of immersive sims, but right now, because of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I think more and more, and Baldur's Gate 3 also, more and more RPGs are going this way, that they want to connect the RPG with immersive sim, which is great. I love this direction. Like this is very good. But on the end of the day, immersive sims are one of the most advanced genre. Like making it good, the system, because when you are when you are the developer of this kind of game, you need to understand that this is not only putting all of the system, like we are putting the system of drinking alcohol, system of estates, system of fighting, system of NPCs. This is not the most hard way, because you can make the system even by yourself. Some of them you can make it in your house. The biggest problem is the connection between them, how they are interacting with each other, how the estate system is related to NPC system, how the NPC system is working with enemy system, how all of it is in the plot put it. And when you have so much of this kind of systems and you need to connect them with each other, like like the wires, this is huge. And telling right now that there would be 1,000 NPCs, you can fucking marry everybody, you can buy their houses and make them homeless, you can rent these houses to these people, because in the IGN material there is this kind of situations, and all of these people will also be search your will follow your main plot, and they will interact with it and said, "Oh, hello, hero," or "Oh, hello, you homeless bastard." Like, they will know what you are doing, and they will also react with that. This is huge. Really. And when we add to it that this game is based on Forza game engine, and yes, if somebody is curious, yes, this is the engine of Forza Horizon, the racing game. And of course, there was like the Cyberpunk 2077 was based on the same engine on which was based Witcher 2. So yeah, like they need to add all of the functionality, shooting, cars, and all of this, because spoiler alert, in Witcher 2 there are no cars and guns. Like this is
No, really?
yeah.
Wow.
In Witcher 2 there wasn't even a horses, so they can't base the cars on the horses. And like this game on the trailer looks pretty good. Like, this is not the graphs which are game changing in the industry, but it looks good. For me, fights look a little bit stiffly. This is only my opinion, but it's not so full of meat. Like, you know what I mean. Like, this is not the slasher. The slashing is not so intense, so full of meat is good. Good how to name it. I know it don't means anything, but it also means everything. Yeah, like this is the best. This is my opinion, of course. This is how I feel that. Maybe you have another opinion. You can share it on Quip Quest Pod on X, or here in the comment section on YouTube. But yeah, like, this game looks good. And the promises are big, but is it even possible to do that? Let's check said what he thinks.
Okay, so I love that. That was great. I played Fable on the original Xbox so long ago. I think my memory card still owes me rent, right? I was a Final Fantasy kid, but Fable had hype levels that could power a small city, in my opinion. When they were hyping us, it was crazy. And for once, the game actually delivered back in the day, of course. Wild times, simpler times, right? Times before microtransactions tried to steal my lunch money. But the arcade actually did that. And the truth is that I watched this IGN video that you sent me. Thank you. And the three things that stuck out to me was that they have a fascination with kicking chickens, and that there is a evil chicken that breathes fire there. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, what other animals are they torturing? And the other thing, I love how one of the developers said, he said, morality is not an issue in our game. And I was like, ho, they're trying to attract the bad people. That, the guy that doesn't play games. And, he's thinking, now, man, if I could marry 18 women, I could be like, like everybody else. And I was so mystified. The last point that I have to make is this 1,000 NPC things. Uh, I saw the thing where the guy walked by and he said, moron. And another was like, you look like a bum or something, and it's really interesting I'm going to comment about how they tie that together. That is going to be one of the biggest complex issues that I think this game will have. That they said, while your actions determine the path of the game and how these people reply to you and interact with you, I can't imagine that there's enough scripted material for 1,000 people. Additionally, this will be a humongous amount of scripted material. So I am thinking they came up with some AI masterpiece thing in the background that is probably going to be generative, meaning it will generate the text as you play. Okay, that is my feeling. I don't think they scripted 1,000 people.
They said that it is all of the NPCs would have their own stories, like
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It seems a little. I don't know about the replayability factor, right? And to conclude my point, I would say that it looked interesting. Fall 2026. We will find out if Fable really is what they
we
say
will
it
see.
is.
You know what is the terms in the entertainment. Like it could be fall 2028. Like they can
It could be. I don't want to say the three letters GTA, but GTA.
Or Cyberpunk. Also, we need to remember
Yeah.
they were postponing it 3 times, and on the end of the day, they also released the unfinished product. So.
Yeah, because wasn't to deal with Cyberpunk because the investors were complaining that they weren't being profitable and they had to. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Also that they don't like to next postponed because that would be the fourth one or third one. I don't remember the particular number, but yeah. And they said that it needs to be released. They released it. Like I played it on the release date. I have good time, but I have pretty strong PC this time, and I probably was lucky there then. So
Okay. Do you have any wrap-up comments for
I
your
have.
topic?
I have. Like one thing is that what you said about the hype levels of Fable. We need to remember that the king of hype was working then on Fable. So Peter Molyneux, the guy who even make the hype in people when he make this most stupid cube game online. I don't know. You remember that there was this
Cubert?
huge. No. That was one cube on this website, and you need to hit all of this cube like by clicking, and the guy who will broke the last part of the cube will have the big prize for it, and the prize was to be the god in the next Peter Molyneux game, but that was mystery before, and he built big hype over it, and this game was trash on the end of the day. So this being god in the trash game, I don't know, it was so good prize, but yeah, like Peter Molyneux is very he know how to build hype. The other thing is does he know how to make good games? This is controversial, but I want to say that this game is future hit or failure. I don't see any other option for it. The scope is hard to deliver, but if Playground Games could do that, it would be the next big step for entire computer games industry. We are not I am not telling right now only about RPG games or even all RPG games. I am telling about all entertainment like games industry. This game would be like The Witcher 3 or Baldur's Gate 3. Everyone wants to be a little bit like that after its release. If it would be what they promise, I don't believe it would be what it will be what they promise. Sorry, I don't believe in it. Like I saw lots of promises. Like last year there was this game from the ex GTA 5 developer Mindsight. They said it would be the Roblox, but for adults you could make your own AAA games in our game. and we will make the first game. It would be like GTA 6, but better, in better cyberpunk world, and it's shit. Like this game, I can check it fast. Mine's high on Metacritic, but it is low as fuck, I think. Yeah, it is 37 general unfavorable by critics, 37 for 100 points, and 2.6 out of 10 by users rating. So this is this is how the big promises in game dev ends. Like, this is it.
All right. That ends episode 5 of Quip Quest. Remember, we're on X, Quip Quest Pod. And as we go further, I need to make this very poignant point. We need more support for the long form content to continue producing. It's very important. I need to know what you like, what you don't like, who you don't like, why you don't like them. If you have diarrhea, I don't care if you want to say that your dog just pooped on the floor. I don't care. Let us know, please. And remember, even a subscription helps. Even if you don't feel like commenting, fine. You got anxiety, whatever. Just anything helps for the long form content. Okay? That's very important. Wojtek, anything before I say the kill?
Like, please remember, if you want to give dislikes, we don't dislike under this video. We have no problem with that. We understand that you don't like it. Like, this is normal that somebody don't like something. But if you have a moment, please type into the comment sections. We are not making censorship of it, like, never. We are not deleting comments. Maybe if they would be super vulgar and aggressive without any sense, maybe then. But any criticism in our side won't be censored here. So please give us the advice what we could do better. If you don't like the our right now formula of our podcast, like our setting, please let us know in the comments. And this is it for me. Thanks a lot for watching it. Remember, opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. And I don't know, adios.
Adios.